Hi, I'm Dia. Welcome to 30-day yoga party day 15, halfway there. Today we have a calm and grounding practice. Bring all of your props, and I'll see you on the mat. Hi, my friends. After you have set up all of your props, your blocks, your blanket, and your strap, or anything you're using to replicate those tools, we're going to start laying on our back in a constructive rest pose. So you can find your bottom sort of at the middle of your mat. Bring your feet to the edges of your mat. Your knees are bent, and then let your inner thighs fall and rest on each other here. Bring two hands to your low belly. And take a nice sigh here as you let go of the day you've had, all the things that have led you to this moment. Those things are now in the past. And see if for the next moments, minutes, the length of this video, you can release any attachment to your to-do lists and all the things you have pending in your future. That's all going to be there waiting for you. So you can go ahead and let that go and just arrive here in your body, focusing in on the island of your mat. And take a moment to remind yourself that even though you are doing a virtual yoga class, you're taking this YouTube practice, that you are in fact a real person living in the real world. And maybe let that thought bring a little calm to you. I am taking virtual yoga, but I am a real person. Beautiful. Take one more inhale here. And exhale. If your eyes are closed, go ahead and flutter them open and heel toe your feet towards each other, setting up your ankles under your knees, feet about hips width distance, and then go ahead and cross your right ankle over your left thigh for a reclined figure four. And once you arrive, let your legs sway from side to side, nice and easy, small range of motion to start. We will build up to something bigger, grander, wider. But right now I'm still thinking about the back of my pelvis connecting to the earth, my shoulder blades connected to the earth, and even my chest and collarbones sort of melting open. Awesome. From here, bring your hand to the inside of your right foot. Take hold of your heel here. If you can't quite reach, this is where a strap can come in handy. You can bring it around the arch or ball of your foot to just sort of help assist you. But I'm going to go without. Bring your hand again to the inside of your right heel. Let your knee widen just outside of your ribs. And then you're going to slide your left leg down the length of your mat. Good. You can keep your left hand resting here on your thigh or your hip flexor, just as a little reminder not to let it all fall over to the right, but anchor down as you find some space here in your right thigh, hamstring, just all up in there. Good. At the same time, you're still thinking about your chest being wide, your shoulders resting on the earth, and you can take any sort of small movements that feel nice to you here. In this, well, it's a half happy baby. Maybe with a hand in this position, we'd call it a stirrup. Good. Take a nice deep inhale. And exhale. Hug your right knee to your chest, and then go ahead and drag it over to the left side of your mat. As your gaze goes to your right, you can cactus your right arm or extend it long in a half T shape. Just pause here in this twist. Take an inhale and exhale. Good. Return to your back. Bend 2 knees once again. Reorient yourself so you're resting comfortably on your mat. And then we'll go to the other side. Cross your left ankle over your right thigh in this reclined figure 4 and let your knees gently sway side to side. Again, I'm thinking about my pelvis staying connected to the mat here. And then finding ease in my chest through my shoulder blades. Maybe you even would benefit from a gentle sway of your head from side to side as well. To remind you to let go of any tension you hold in your neck. I know that that is a place for me where I like to store all of my stress. Good. Go ahead and take the inside of your left heel. Again, use your strap if you need it. And as you let your left knee widen, sole of foot shining up to the ceiling, your right heel is going to slide forward. Good. Feeling your right hip continue to anchor down so you have this nice equal weight between your 2 pelvic halves. Take an inhale here. And exhale. Cool. Hug your left knee to your chest. And then you're going to drag it over to the right side of your mat. Gaze goes to your left. Cactus your left arm or extend it long. Just a little supine twist moment. Breathe in. And breathe out. Okay, return to your back. Hug 2 knees to your chest. And if you can, bring your hands around your shins or maybe even your ankles. Inhale as you are reclined here on the floor. And as you exhale, start to round your nose towards your knees and give yourself a nice tight squeeze. Fantastic. Release your head back to the mat. Bring your fingertips behind your knees and we're going to roll backwards and forwards a few times. Maybe 3 or 4. You let the floor give you a nice massage up and down your spine. Notice if you're wobbling around like I do, and cross at your ankles, palms in front of you, and then back it up. Meaning in a tabletop position, we'll roll through some cat-cows here. Inhale to let your belly lower, tail lift, gaze forward. See if you can drag your shoulder blades down your spine. Good. And exhale to round through, chin to chest, gaze between your thighs. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. 2 more breath cycles. Breathe in and breathe out. Inhale and exhale. So you're rounded through your spine here. Walk your hands forward just a couple inches. Tuck your toes. Press your hips up and back. Downward facing dog. Walk it out. Bending one knee, then the other. Beautiful. Take a nice deep inhale. Find some stillness here in your down dog. And exhale to stay. We'll do 2 more like that. Breathe in. And breathe out. Inhale. And exhale. Lift your right leg up and back as you inhale. Exhale, step forward to your right thumb. Awesome. From here, you can lower your back knee and tuck your back toes. Bring your right hand inside of your right foot and then heel toe your right foot to the edge of your mat. Tent up on your fingertips here. And let's just pause in this lizard lunge. You can turn your toes out ever so slightly. Take a nice deep inhale. And exhale. Good. You have the option just to stay here in this stretch, or you could come with me, press your left palm down to the floor, circle your right fingertips up and back as you reach back, bending your left heel towards your glute. Stretch through that left thigh. At the same time, opening your chest. Inhale here. And exhale to release. Float your foot down, circle these right fingertips back, and then go ahead and heel toe your right foot under your shoulder to reframe. Tuck back toes, lift back knee, press your palms down, and step to a downward facing dog. Take an inhale here. And exhale. Inhale, lift your left leg up and back. And exhale, step to your left thumb. Lower your back knee and tuck your back toes, and then you could go ahead, bring your left fingertips inside of your foot, heel toe to the edge of your mat, and then keep those fingertips tented up. You might have the range to be able to press your palms down, but this sort of energy coming, that was energy, zap, zap, coming out of your fingertips, pressing down into the floor sort of helps keep your chest up and wide and open. Just keeps it nice and energetic. Good. Breathe in and breathe out. Reframe your front foot. Bring that left foot back underneath. Oh, just kidding. I do this in class all the time. You think I'd forget about it. Press your right palm down. Swim your left fingers up and back if you're coming with me on this quad stretch. Otherwise, just stay in that lizard pose. Here we go. Inhale. And exhale. Release your foot down. Circle your left hand back, forward, and now we'll reframe that front foot. Tuck your back toes, lift your back knee, step to a downward facing dog. So nice. Inhale. And exhale. Gaze forward, soften your knees and lower them down to your mat. So you have a few options here. You can stay exactly as you are and just we're moving to a frog pose. Or if you know that you need a little extra padding under your knees, you can set up your blanket. I'm going to rotate to face you. Good. So blanket is optional, but always an option. Okay, great. To get into this, come to your tabletop. And then go ahead and widen your knees as far as you can go before you meet your edge, meaning until your body gives you a little bit of a yield sign, like, hey, wait right there. Good. And then you're going to come down to your forearms. Beautiful. If you can, keep your hips in line with your knees. So if you're far back like this, that's a different pose. And if you're really far forward, also a different pose. Though that's where you need to go to feel any sensation. That's okay. Good. And we'll just take 3 breaths together, all right? Inhale. And exhale. Let your shoulders float away from your ears. Breathe in. And breathe out. And inhale. And exhale. Easy, right? Press your palms into the floor and shimmy your knees towards each other. If you have enough room from here, tuck your toes, press back to downward facing dog. I'll rotate and meet you there. Good. From here, inhale, lift your right leg up and back. And exhale, we're going to bring this right knee forward. We're setting up for a half pigeon. So go ahead and bring your right knee all the way over to the edge of your mat outside of your hip, okay? And then you're going to make sure this back thigh is rotated down towards the floor. And then you can untuck your toes. Good. So I want you to think about your hips being even. So your right hip drags back a little bit, left hip rotates forward. And then if there's a big amount of space between your right thigh and the floor, you can take your blanket and slide it right underneath to help lift the floor to you, okay? Good. breathe in as you tent your fingers to the earth, you lift your chest. And now exhale, crawl fingertips forward. And go ahead and rest your third eye on the pillow of your hands stacked on top of each other. And then go ahead and notice your heartbeat. And pay attention to the sound of your breath. Let those things act as anchors to bring you back to yourself. See if you can find some comfort in the stillness and the little bit of quiet that this nice moment is offering to us. Take an inhale and exhale. Lift your gaze, walk your hands back towards your hips. You're going to tuck your toes, lift your back knee, and just step to a downward facing dog. Take your time, walk it out. And we'll move just to the other side, nice and easy. Inhale, lift the left leg up and back. And exhale, slide your left knee forward. Good. Rotating that back thigh down to the floor. Untuck your toes. Again, take a moment to set up. Let your hips be square to the front of your mat. And if there's that little bit of space there, slide your prop on over. Just like that. All right. Tent your fingers to the earth. Inhale, lift your chest. And exhale, crawl your hands forward as you fold over your left shin. Maybe stack the opposite hand on top. Beautiful. And again, bringing your focus inward. Let your breath be easy. Find peace in the stillness. Take an inhale and exhale. Go ahead and lift your gaze. Walk your hands back towards your hips this time. You're going to shift your weight into your left hip. Let your right leg come forward, and you can extend two legs in front of you. Maybe just sort of bounce through your knees here. Nice. Okay. Bring the soles of your feet to touch. Scoot your pelvis towards your heels. And you're going to take two blocks or block equivalent with you. Okay, and you're going to set those up right underneath the meat of your thighs. Notice that I have this block at an angle. I'm not like, it's not in line with my thigh, but at this angle here, okay? And then you can use your hands to walk yourself back. We're coming to a Supta Baddha Konasana, reclined bound angle pose. Good. This is a restorative moment, okay? We're propping our legs up so our femurs feel nice and snug in our hip sockets. And you can go ahead and again bring two palms to your belly. And we're going to take about 60 seconds of rest here. Allowing our bodies to reground to the earth. Hopefully some tension has left your body. And you feel a bit of calm. And know that this particular pose, I mean all of them, but this one is always available to you even outside of this video. So I find that this is a really nice place to be for, just relieving a little stress, a little anxiety. Feels like a gift. Take an inhale and exhale. Bring your hands outside of your knees and go ahead and zip up those inner thighs. Set some props out of your way so you can roll over and walk yourself up to a comfortable seated position. Fantastic. Okay, press palms to heart center. Soften your gaze or close your eyes, and you can bow your head towards your heart. Just take a moment here to set an intention for the week to come. See if you can incorporate any of these grounding techniques or just this feeling of being grounded as you walk through your days. Let's take an inhale together and exhale. Thank you so much for your practice. Namaste.